Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning. We are going to go ahead and get started. So I'll start by introducing myself and sort of what we'll be doing this morning, celebrating together. So my name is Kristen Abudakar. I'm the director of our campus here. I oversee both De Russell Lee and School of the Arts. So about 1,000 kids, grades 10 through 12. And this morning, of course, you have been invited, along with our amazing students, for our Ready Breakfast. So before we get into the actual ceremony itself, I'm going to talk about just the logistics of how the morning is going to go. And the first thing I'm going to do is actually introduce our culinary arts program. So if you've never had the opportunity to attend our Ready Breakfast before, you are definitely in for a treat. If you did not know, here on our campus, we have like a microcosm of a little city, okay? We have our digital media students who are recording the event and taking photos that we will share out to you later. We, of course, have our cosmetology program, IT, engineering, mechatronics, graphic design, really, you name it, we have it here. And so, unlike many other places where you might go and get a donut, here you are going to get a full breakfast made from scratch from our amazing culinary students who came in extra early this morning to prepare it for you. So why don't we give our culinary students a big round of applause. Just a little side, a little shameless plug here. Our culinary program, we run an externally facing restaurant that is open to the public. So if you really want an amazing treat on a Wednesday or Thursday for lunch, you can come in and join them for lunch. They put on, it's like 5-star dining on a 2-star budget, okay? So really in for a treat. And everything they make, so we got cinnamon rolls, of course eggs, bacon, but everything they do in the restaurant is from scratch. So again, you'll be in for a treat this morning. So, of course, we're here to recognize our students who have been nominated for the Ready Award. And with that Ready Award, it's different. It's different because we know that we have kids, of course, that get on honor roll. We have kids that have perfect attendance. We celebrate them as well. But this award is really unique because it celebrates our students who go above and beyond on an everyday basis. Ready is actually an acronym. And that acronym stands for essentially kids being dedicated to excellence and being true to themselves, about being respectful, because those are values that we have here at Butler Tech. So your student that you're here to celebrate with this morning is really one, as I mentioned, of 1,000 kids that has been chosen for that recognition. Our teachers are allowed to nominate 1 student per quarter and only for 3 quarters out of the school year. So again, if you're talking about 1,000 kids, they're able to choose 1. And so it's really a special accomplishment that you should be super proud of your student of accomplishing. Because again, it's one thing, we know it's important to work hard and get good grades and come to school every day, but this is really about your child's character and what they bring to us on a daily basis. And you'll hear that in the nominations we'll read. So how we'll get started here in a moment, we'll actually start with breakfast. We'll try to get everybody through the line. And then once we get through breakfast, myself and Mr. Roden and Mr. Jackson will read the nominations. And my hope is, I know it's super hard to be pulled away from your jobs and your responsibilities, but I hope that we can try to celebrate as a community and celebrate all the students that are here being recognized today. So before we start breakfast, there's a couple people that I want to point out in our audience and to recognize. Like I mentioned, Mr. Roden is one of our principals here. He oversees our Orange Academy. Mr. Jackson is another one of the principals here. And we have an amazing counseling staff. So Ms. Conley is in the back, Ms. Donovan, and Ms. Osborne, our social worker Melanie, and we also have a counseling intern as well, and our school resource officer, Officer O'Brien, was around here somewhere. But again, they help in pulling this event together and really making it lovely for all of our families. So we'll start by getting everyone through the line. We'll come back up And how it will work is we'll read the nominations. All of our students will call you one by one, read the nomination. So you probably haven't seen it. You may be a little bit embarrassed because our teachers truly talk about how awesome you are. So why don't we start by having that back row. We'll start with the back row. If you guys want to make 2 lines and come on through, come on through. And then again, I'll come back up here and then we'll get started with the ceremony.
Good morning, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started while everybody's eating. We'll get started with our names, calling our names. Mr. Jackson will come up after I call some names. We'll share in that duty. He did remind me to make sure I drop the microphone a little bit lower. We're both afflicted on each end of the spectrum, I think. So we're super glad to have everybody here this morning. Like Ms. Abedecker said, this is one of those events that we have here in our building that really does hold a pretty high place of honor with the staff and administration, because it says something for your teachers to nominate you for things that are sort of outside academics, outside of attendance, and really speaks sort of to the heart of what you bring to the classroom and the lab every day. You are nominated for these awards because the things that you bring to your class and your classmates and your peers is seen as being sort of above and beyond, and that's a wonderful honor to have. You know, it's a good thing in life to be recognized for being a good person, and we need to do that perhaps a little more often, and so we're glad to be able to do that this morning, and excited to have everybody here. It's a nice turnout. Hope you guys are enjoying breakfast again. As we're going through, if you decide you'd like a little more, help yourselves. I think everybody's been through now, so I know that Mrs. Abedecker introduced our counselors as they came in earlier, but I do want to say, mention one more person, Mrs. Likens, who is standing in the doorway now. She's our secretary for our guidance. She really works very hard to put this whole breakfast together, and this is always a big moment for us, and we appreciate all the work that she does for that. So, Emily, thank you so much for that. I think maybe she was hiding earlier when Mrs. Abedecker was announcing names, hoping we would not bring attention to her. She doesn't like the spotlight, but she always does such great work for us. We want to make sure we recognize that. The way we'll do this morning is as we call students' names, we'll have the student come up. They'll stand here beside us while we read the letter that their teacher put together. And again, I know it's hard sometimes to be showered with praise, but stand there and take it. You know, anytime you get a chance to be recognized, it's important to stand there and take that as well. And then what we'll do is I'll hand them the certificate. We'll get a picture. One of our digital media students will take a picture, sort of the official portrait, and then we'll make sure that we get those sent to you so that you have that as well. After we get done, if you'd like to come up and use the backdrop to take pictures with your student, with the family, please feel free to do so. I know that your students are so looking forward to that moment where they get to come up with the family and get pictures taken. So we definitely encourage that. Let's make sure we do celebrate this morning. With that being said, I think we're going to jump right into our students. First student this morning is Micah Bailey. Micah, come on up. Micah Bailey has been nominated by Mrs. Gregory for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, and accountable. Micah is always respectful. He has done an excellent job keeping up with his studies, especially his online course. He made sure he held himself accountable each week with completing the work. He set a goal to have the course completed by a certain date, and he completed the course, all while maintaining good grades in his other academic classes. Great job, Micah. Next is Jeremiah Baxter. Jeremiah has been nominated by Mr. Hall for the Ready characteristics of dedicated. It's a pleasure to have Jeremiah in the fire technology program. Jeremiah continues to set goals for himself and works hard to achieve them. Not only is he getting better every day, he helps his fellow peers in the program as well. Keep up the great work, Jeremiah. Next up is Bryce Bowling. Bryce has been nominated by Mrs. Michael for the Ready characteristics of respect, accountable, and yourself. Bryce is a student of great character. He's polite, respectful, and kind. He greets his teachers and peers by name when he sees them. In an age when people are often focused on their devices, it's refreshing to see someone with awareness of the people around him. He makes others feel visible and valued. Small acts of kindness such as this have a huge impact on those he encounters. Bryce is a great communicator in regard to his education. He frequently checks in with teachers and counselors to ask questions or confirm that he is on track to graduate. His continuous communication shows his commitment and accountability to his future. Keep being you, Bryce. Great job. Next is Mason Brewer. Mason has been nominated by Mrs. Quiche for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. So all 5 of the Ready characteristics. Mason is extremely respectful, hardworking, kind, and sees the best in all he interacts with. Mason comes into class every day ready and willing to learn, even if he isn't necessarily feeling it. I have seen him look out for those who may need a friend. His leadership skills and passion for his program and Butler Tech are always evident. But the way he interacted with students and parents at open house was phenomenal. I had a parent approach me and tell me how great Mason did interacting with his son and was so appreciative. I'm so proud of the young man and leader he's becoming, and he is 100% deserving to be recognized at the Ready Breakfast, even if he does try to claim Hypatia as his own. That's our therapy dog, so a lot of students try to claim Hypatia. Congratulations. Next is Abram Castillo. Abram has been nominated by Mr. Urigan for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. And as you see, Abram's working, so the dedicated part is working during his own breakfast here. Abram continuously demonstrates a positive attitude and a high level of creativity in the classroom. He regularly goes above and beyond the project requirements on his assignments and has bravely stepped outside of his comfort zone running for BPA regional office. Becoming a Butler Tech student ambassador and being an active member of the Butler Tech student leadership team. Abram also demonstrated his digital media portfolio at our Encore showcases last winter. Keep up the amazing work, Abram. Well done. Next is Jayla Clifton. Jayla has been nominated by Mrs. Roberts for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Jayla always comes to chemistry class prepared and was willing to help those around her. She was amazing at chemistry and worked so hard to make sure she understood the assignments and would ask questions if she needed help. She was always kind to others and worked hard to make sure she was successful and those around her were successful. Well done. Good job. Next up is Valeria Cruz Santiago. This is our first one of these this morning, but there are actually 2 nominations this morning, so well done. Valeria has been nominated by Ms. Saylor for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Valeria is an all-around wonderful person. She has a great attitude, makes witty jokes, and is an absolute delight to be around. Valeria makes it a priority to complete her assignments while also helping other students that are struggling with their schoolwork. She is authentic and stays true to herself. Well done. The second nomination, and the teachers don't know who the other teachers are nominating, so if you get two of these, that's pretty, it says a lot, pretty good. The second nomination is from Ms. Bland for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Valeria is a great addition to my class. She is always respectful and dedicated to her work. She works hard and strives for excellence. I appreciate Valeria helping herself and other classmates remain accountable. Well done. Next is Lindsay Dameron. Lindsay and her fan club were nominated by Mrs. Braden for the Ready characteristics of respect, accountable, and dedicated. Lindsay is a remarkable individual who embodies the principles of respect, accountability, and dedication in every aspect of her life. In her interactions with others, Lindsay consistently demonstrates a deep respect for diverse perspectives, always listening with empathy and valuing the opinions of those around her. Moreover, she's highly accountable, taking ownership of her actions and decisions, and maintaining transparency in her communication. Lindsay's dedication is truly commendable. She approaches her tasks with unwavering commitment, consistently going above and beyond to achieve excellence. Her reliability and passion for continuous improvement make her an excellent candidate for the Ready Award. Well done. Next is Nicholas DeSalvo. Nicholas has been nominated by Mr. Hall for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Nicholas DeSalvo is a key member of the Hall IT Lab program and a great classmate and reliable IT student who has already launched his professional IT career by passing industry certifications while at Butler Tech. Nicholas demonstrates the A in Ready as an accountable IT student who will accomplish the task with no additional instruction. Demonstrates the D in Ready for dependability, since if you assign a task, the work will get done. Demonstrates the E in Ready for excellence, as this student maintains very high grades in class. Demonstrates the Y in Ready for the self-drive to explore and learn IT topics by yourself. Finally, demonstrates the R in Ready for the respect gained by peers and the hard work in the classroom. So with great pride, I nominate Nicholas DeSalvo as a Ready Butler Tech IT student. Well done. Next up is Carla Diaz Vigil. Carla has been nominated by Mrs. Larson for the Ready characteristic of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Carla is a student with goals. Not only does she treat people with respect, but she also treats her time at Butler Tech respectfully. She goes above and beyond to do her best work in class. She's prepared, organized, and diligent. Carla takes control of her learning and challenges herself. She is actively preparing for her future. Well done. Next up is Justin Diehouse. Next is Sky Ferris. Sky has been nominated by Mrs. Cooper for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Sky displays all the Ready characteristics. She has improved in so many ways since the beginning of the school year. Second quarter, she not only improved her grades significantly, but she did because she wanted to. She chose to be dedicated. She held herself accountable. She made a positive impact on those around her with her discussion contributions and overall attitude. She was true to herself, which helped foster the positive and accepting environment in our classroom. I'm very proud of you, Sky. Good job. Next is Brandon Flaherty. Brandon has been nominated by Mr. Chambers for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, and dedicated. Brandon continues to prove himself as a motivated IT learner. He already has more than enough college credits for an associate degree in IT. With his academic CCP credits and college credit for industry certifications, he is well on his way to a bachelor's degree. Well done. Next up is Cade Gallagher. Cade has been nominated by Mr. Peisel for the Ready characteristics of excellence and dedicated. Cade is receiving this award in the category of excellence and dedication. Cade was in my chemistry course and finished the second quarter with 100%. This is a very rare accomplishment and shows a sustained and consistent dedication to mastery. I appreciate the time and effort that went into getting as much out of our class as possible. That is very impressive. Well done, Cade. Next up is Shu Gerber. Shu has been nominated by Mr. Geiser for the Ready characteristics of dedicated. Shu really stepped up their game when career days came to town. Shu was the student who rallied my students and coordinated the setup of the graphic design lab and made the lab look really good for the visiting students of career days. Shu provided valuable feedback before and during the 3 days of showcasing the talents of our lab. I could not have done this without them. This effort was then replicated and executed again to make sure that the open house was the same professional experience. Thanks, Shu, for all your dedication. Next is Rebecca Hamilton. Rebecca has been nominated by Ms. Karafilos for the Ready characteristics of accountable. Rebecca is a second-year student in the criminal justice program. She demonstrates the accountable quality in her program. Rebecca has excellent attendance, completes her assignments, and prepares herself by reviewing and studying for upcoming quizzes and tests. It is a pleasure to work with Rebecca. Well done. Next is Jalen Hetzig. Next is Brooklyn Hilbert. Brooklyn has been nominated by Ms. Walters for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Brooklyn is an incredible addition to my classroom. She not only exudes respect for others, but the learning process as well. She demonstrates excellence and dedication in her work, and her love and appreciation for learning is contagious. I feel blessed to serve as her teacher, and I'm eager to see how she continues to grow and soar. She is a valuable asset to Butler Tech. Well done, Brooklyn. Next is Addison Hoffman. Addison has been nominated by Ms. Algor for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, and dedicated. Addison is a quiet leader and quite an academic star. She participates in numerous extracurricular activities and balances life and school impressively. She's eager to help her peers when needed and a delight to have in class. I'm excited to see your adventures ahead. Congrats. Well done, Addison. Next up is Chloe Jenkins. Chloe has been nominated by Mr. King for the Ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Chloe, Mr. King nominated you for the Ready Award due to your exceptional attitude, delightful sense of humor, and amazing work ethic. You consistently approach challenges with a positive mindset, spread enthusiasm, and encourage classmates. Your humor not only lightens the air, but it fosters a sense of camaraderie among peers. Overall, you embody the qualities that make a student not only academically commendable, but also a joy to have in the classroom. Well done. Next is Bryce Clapper. All right, next up is Mr. Jackson with the second half of the awards.
Well, good morning. My name is Steve Jackson, and again, I'm one of the principals here, so thank you guys for being here. And it's just kind of ironic that today we're celebrating and having our ready breakfast, but I myself, I am not ready. I share that because as I was getting ready for work, I get that frantic call from my wife that she's pulled over on the side of the road with a flat tire, needing help, so that completely changed the trajectory of my day and how I had planned on getting started. Because traditionally what I like to do is come in and take a look at all the names and make sure that I can read and pronounce all the names, because that's very important to us. And that didn't happen today, so I'm going to apologize in advance for any names that I might not pronounce correctly. And if there's any corrections on certificates, you notice anything that is wrong, just a good reminder, just let us know. We'll be happy to get that taken care of. So again, bear with me here as we'll kind of roll through all these. We're just going to continue with the same process that Mr. Roden had already shared. So the first one that we'll recognize today is going to be Connor Lake. So Connor has been nominated by Ms. Slabach for the ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, and dedicated. Connor has worked very hard during his educational career at Butler Tech. He is always respectful to both parents and classmates and adults. He embodies the characteristics we strive for as we send our students out into the workforce. Connor currently has nearly perfect grades in all of his classes. Additionally, Connor recently received his Eagle Scout badge. Congratulations. Which he's been working towards in addition to all of his studies here at D. Russell Lee. I am proud of Connor and his accomplishments, and it is a pleasure to work with him. Connor Lake. Good job. Next up is Coda Love. Happened to be in a classroom yesterday observing a teacher, and Coda was just taking center stage, just dominating everything, and the teacher's like, apparently you're the English teacher. She was killing it yesterday in a positive way. So Coda, you have been recognized by Mr. Straight, your math teacher, for the ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. So Coda is a remarkable high school student that embodies a rare combination of qualities that makes her stand out amongst her peers. Her compassionate nature shines through as she consistently goes out of her way to help others, fostering a supportive and inclusive environment. Not only is she kind to everyone that she encounters, but Coda also serves as a role model for productive struggle, demonstrating resilience and determination in the face of challenges. Her commitment to doing her best work reflects not only a strong work ethic, but also a genuine passion for excellence. Coda's presence brings positivity and inspiration to those around her, making her an invaluable asset to the high school community and the student that I look forward to seeing every day. Congratulations. Darnell Liu. Darnell's being recognized by math teacher Mr. Ehrman for the ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Darnell was an excellent student in CCP algebra and is showing the same skills and attitude in CCP physics. He often asks for further clarification and application of the concepts in class. He approaches some problems from a different perspective that allows me to further enlighten the rest of my classes. Lastly, he took the time to teach me about the E6B flight computer so that I can be prepared to make connections to vector operations from our physics course to the field of aviation. So I hope you understand what that means there. So, but congratulations, Darnell. All right, here's my first test. Yamalith Martinez Salinas. Again, I apologize in advance. You've been recognized by Mr. Dietz for the ready characteristics of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. All right, there we go. Yamalith embodies every characteristic of this award, and it is noticeable on a daily basis. She comes to school with a desire to be her best, all while with a smile on her face, and that is refreshing. There is so much I could compliment her on, and this passage could go on, but I will conclude it by saying this, that she will no doubt continue to be successful because she is generally a good-hearted person, and that is the best compliment that anyone can receive. Congratulations. Avery McDaniel. And Avery is also one of the students who actually received 2 nominations. So the first one is from Mrs. Kirkpatrick, your English teacher, who recognized you for all 5 characteristics of ready. Avery is an excellent student who constantly pushes herself to improve and meet her own high standards. Even though Avery was the only non-mechatronics student in her CCP speech class, she found her voice, although she is a very quiet student, and allowed her personality and passions to shine. She is that respectful, dedicated student who can just make a person smile every day. And then your second one came from Mr. Simpson, and Avery is not only demonstrates the ready characteristics, but encourages her peers to do so as well. She is accountable, dedicated, respectful, and unapologetically herself in the kitchen. So congratulations. Next up is Jake McIntosh. Jake. Jake, you've been recognized by Commander Fitzgerald, your lab instructor, for all 5 characteristics of ready. Jake demonstrates every characteristics of ready. He is respectful and patient with every person he interacts with. He demonstrates excellence by maintaining a professional demeanor at all times. He holds himself accountable and to a high standard by working hard. Jake has demonstrated that he is dedicated to perfecting his craft. From the first time I met him, it was evident that he spends a considerable amount of time learning on his own to prepare himself for his future career. Jake is also a very authentic young man who is true to himself. It is a pleasure to be his teacher and true asset to our criminal justice program and the entire school. Congratulations. Azul Medina. Long walk. You've been recognized by Ms. Cueva for all 5 ready characteristics. So Azul is one of the most dedicated and hardworking students I have had the privilege to work with. She always has a positive attitude and comes ready to learn and gives her best effort. She asks questions, helps others, and is extremely respectful. She has shown so much joy that she talks about her lab choices, and I know that she will continue to take all the right steps to achieve her goals. Congratulations. Dominic Mottinger. Was that close on that one? Yeah. All right, okay. So you have been recognized by your instructor, Mr. Packer, for all 5 characteristics of ready. Dominic shows up on time, ready to work, with a good attitude every day. If Dominic says he's going to do something, it's going to get done. Thank you for being a role model for all the other students in aviation. You are a fine young man. Perla Perez. Kylie Patterson. Kylie, you've been recognized by Mrs. McGuffey for all 5 characteristics of Ready. So Kylie clearly embodies all Ready characteristics. She consistently demonstrates respect to herself, her peers, and her instructors. Kylie is also committed to the excellence in multiple arenas, including in the classroom, in the fire lab, on the job, and on the athletic field. She is accountable to herself and others and dedicated to achieving her current and future goals. Overall, Kylie is a wonderful young lady who represents all that we could ask for in a student here at Butler Tech. Congratulations. I forgot to brush my hair and everything, so I hope these pictures turn out okay today. Spencer Pippin. So Spencer's ready for all this to end so he can go to work. So he's one of our senior co-op students who have placed himself in a situation to where he can get his academics done first thing in the morning, and then he can go co-op and make some good money. So Spencer, you have been nominated by Mr. Hofer, an English teacher, for the Ready characteristic of being dedicated. Spencer has done an excellent job so far this semester. He always completes his work in a timely manner and is a positive influence at his working table. Spencer has all of his goals mapped out and is working hard to complete them. He is dedicated to the school and work, and he does a good job finding a balance of both. He knows what is expected out of him and is doing a great job working to accomplish those goals. And then something that I would add, we have a new auto tech instructor this year, and it's always difficult when you bring in a new instructor off the street, and I was able to lean on Spencer to kind of help out with a new instructor, so I appreciate all you did with that. So congratulations. Jomerlis Rivera. I hope I'm close. You've been recognized by your social studies teacher, Mr. Dooley, for all 5 characteristics of Ready. Jomerlis, is that right? Right, great. Is a kind student that makes teaching one of the best gigs there is. She easily displays every one of the Ready characteristics. She is kind and respectful to everyone she encounters. She makes it seem easy to work with people to tackle the assignments and tasks. She always treats people with grace and good humor. She doesn't just work well in teams, she works well by herself also. She also makes sure all of her responsibilities are covered in class. There is never any need for prodding or following up from the teacher. She just has it all covered in all of her classes, every day, all the time. She is such a joy to work with last semester. All my best to you moving forward. Congratulations. Caden Robinson. You've been recognized by Mrs. Back, cosmetology instructor, for all 5 Ready characteristics. Caden brightens our cosmetology classroom with a constant smile, creating a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Always willing to help others, she approaches every task with dedication. She gives her all in every aspect of her education. We truly adore having her as part of our learning community and eagerly anticipate witnessing her remarkable growth in this field. Congratulations. Emma Schreier. You've been recognized by Mrs. Alfonso, your English teacher, for the Ready characteristics of dedicated. Emma is such a dedicated, hardworking student. She has set high expectations for her own attendance, grades, and participation, and she is holding herself accountable as well by communicating effectively with me. She brings joy into our classroom daily with her warmth and her desire to learn. I appreciate Emma's work ethic and her dedication to excellence. Congratulations. Tracy Scott. And I see 2 nominations with your name on it, so congratulations on that. So your first one, you've been nominated by Mrs. Mitchell for all 5 Ready characteristics. Trace stands as a paragon of academic excellence, epitomizes the qualities of an all-star scholar. His perpetual smile and unwavering positivity illuminates the classroom, and he enthusiastically engages in the learning each day. Beyond his exceptional academic achievements, Trace distinguishes himself by never backing down from a challenge. His remarkable ability to uplift his peers is evident through consistent encouragement during the challenging assignments and his willingness to extend a helping hand to those in need, fostering a supportive atmosphere. Trace's unwavering commitment to both his own success and the well-being of his classmates solidifies him as a constant source of inspiration in the academic community. Trace, your commitment to hard work, responsibility, and genuine respect for everyone around you is a continual source of pride for all of us. So that was amazing. And then your second one comes from Mrs. Baker, who recognizes you for the ready characteristics of all 5 of them, of respect, excellence, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. Trace consistently demonstrates all the qualities of a ready student. Trace is respectful to his peers and adults in the classroom. He is always willing to help other students and shares his positive, can-do spirit. He strives to do his best in the lab, working through any difficulties, completing his projects on time, and with high-quality work. I can always count on seeing a smile and receiving a high five from Trace. He is a joy to have in class. So, congratulations. Jazriel Simpson. And you've been recognized by Mr. Snoddy, your social studies teacher, for the ready characteristics of excellence, accountable, and dedicated. Jazriel has been an excellent student in government and economics. He takes pride in his work, focusing on completing everything thoroughly and with excellence. He always comes to class with a polite desire and willingness to learn. It has been a pleasure having him in my class. Congratulations. Pawan Sabadi. I apologize. Ava Sweat. What do you want me to say? Positives? Huh? She wanted me to let you know that she's been better behaved than her father, who's sitting here, who was a former student of mine yesteryear. So, all right, here we go. So Ava has been nominated by Mrs. Maynard for the ready characteristics of respects, excellent, accountable, dedicated, and yourself. The list goes on and on about all the wonderful things that Ava represents. She brings a joyous energy into our classroom. She always has a positive attitude, even when she is challenged by something. She comes to class prepared and has always put forth her best effort. I cannot wait to see what a wonderful thing Ava accomplishes here at Butler Tech and beyond. Congratulations. Riley Trinidad. Riley, you're being recognized by your math teacher, Mrs. Hunter, for all 5 characteristics of ready. Riley was in my Algebra 2 class as a junior, and she's currently in my pre-calculus class. Riley comes to class each day motivated to learn. She is always prepared for class and interacts with her classmates while staying on task. She is mature and works well with everyone in class. She offers assistance to other students around her that may be having difficulty with an assignment. Riley communicates well with adults and her peers. She holds herself accountable for her work and is dedicated to mastering the concepts. She is a joy to have in my class. Congratulations. Alexis Zakowski. Jonathan Preethy. So we got out of order alphabetically there. Jonathan said there was a pretty nasty accident there on High Street, and that delayed him. So that's why he's here. So we kind of put you to that. We're glad you made it today. All right, Jonathan. If if you hadn't had breakfast, we can make sure you eat breakfast, right? That's important. Okay, Jonathan, you've been recognized by your welding instructor, Mr. McKinney, for all 5 characteristics of Ready. Jonathan is one of the most respectful young men I have ever known. Jonathan comes to school every day with a smile on his face and with a positive attitude. I can always count on Jonathan to be accountable and complete assignments on time and serve as a positive role model for other students. Jonathan is a fine young man who has earned my trust and respect. Congratulations. I will. Do you want to see if the culinary class can come out? Maybe we can recognize them as a group. So if we could take one last opportunity just to recognize all students today, it would be greatly appreciated. Special thanks to you, parents and guardians. We know how difficult it is to take time out of your busy work days to come in, but it's important that your students get the opportunity to see you here. And again, students, sometimes it's difficult for parents to get off work, so if your parents, guardians couldn't be here today, I trust that there's a good reason for that. But again, this is something that we've been doing for several years. They gonna be able to make it? Okay, I got you. I was hoping that we could bring the entire class out because, as Ms. Aberdacker was saying, they have to get here well before school to get all this stuff together to provide you guys with a great breakfast. But again, I want to thank everybody for being here. Students, congratulations. Keep up the good work. And with that, we'd like to conclude our ceremony, and everybody have a great rest of your day.